Hey guys, so it's time for tonight's promo. See, I got my Maya shirt on, and we'll be hanging out with Maya a little bit later on, 8:30 Central Time. Not gonna let you guys keep me. This is gonna be a short promo. I got too much to do. Hey baby, my beautiful wife is here. Hey, I don't know who Drone Boy is, but welcome. Anyone else who's here, comment so that we know. I don't know who Faceless Mouse is, but welcome. And we'll just give everybody a little time to get here, and then we'll start talking about what's coming up in the next couple weeks. So, hey, Brandy, I thought you weren't going to make it. Hey, Reese. Hey, Jesse, haven't seen you in a little while. I can't tell what's going on with that picture, but I like it. Oh, I did not know it was Heath. What's up, Heath? So let's just get started. Like I said, I'm not going to let you guys drag me out tonight. This is going to be brief. So first of all, tomorrow night's show, it's the third installment in our three-part series featuring Black women politicians from around the world. And the first two installments have been better than expected. I'm not saying that we weren't expecting them to be good, but I think both the judge and Representative Stubbs exceeded my expectations. Let's put it that way. And I'm pretty sure they exceeded Michael's. So tomorrow, is going to be pretty incredible, I'm sure. And then we all know what's going on the following week, Soul Asylum. I haven't seen anybody share the flyer yet. I gave you guys permission to share the flyer. It's in the group, so you can take it and download it from there and post it anywhere you like. Post it in the Soul Asylum group. Post it on your personal pages. I'm not going to put it up until Wednesday of this week, just because that's the habit that we have. That's the timeline that we do is after the show, the day after we start promoting the next week's show. So, but, I mean, you guys are welcome to beat me to the punch. Spread the word. Make sure all the Soul Asylum fans know. I've got a lot going on this week, so I won't be able to do any more promotion than I normally do, which means I'm really counting on you guys to let all the Soul Asylum fans know. And I know Soul Asylum fans tend to talk to each other. Put it on your pages. Put it in the groups. If you know any Soul Asylum fans that aren't on Facebook, but they have access to YouTube, share it there. And so as far as tomorrow's episode, I went to the event page. And so sometimes Facebook will not let me invite people to events because they'll flag me as spam because I do this too much. And I went to the event page. Literally no one has RSVP'd to the event for tomorrow's show. And normally I don't think very many people RSVP. I think most people just show up. But it's helpful to have the event page. But normally there's at least a couple dozen people RSVPing. And this week there aren't any because I couldn't invite anybody because Facebook was like, you can't invite anybody this week. So for the people that are watching, that are planning on being at tomorrow night's show, I need you to go to the event page for tomorrow night's show, and I need you to click going. If you're not planning on going, I need you to click interested, and then I need you to invite your friends because we need to get some traction on that event page. Otherwise Facebook won't let me do it for next week. So again, this week, last of our Black women politicians to help get out the vote, essentially. And then the following week, Soul Asylum. As far as I know, we're still going to take a break after next week. If that changes, I will say something. If you don't hear otherwise, then that's the plan. I know Michael has a busy November, and I frankly need a break. I'm willing to take the break in December instead of November if that's what we decide to do. But I need to spend some time on some other things, and I know Michael does. So we may end up still going with that original plan to break in November. So just keep posted to my Facebook and the group's Facebook and the page's Facebook, and I will let everybody know when we're coming back. What else? Maya tonight. Maya's, we all know Maya, I hope, just so So supportive of everyone, and we want to be supportive of her. Trying to think of anything else going on. I've been busy with other stuff. I doubt there's anybody watching from the Madison, Wisconsin area. Most of our viewers tend to be from around the globe. But if you do know anybody here and they need any commercial chairs or tables or ceiling tiles or light fixtures or carpet or door, basically we're tearing down a whole commercial building, and we can anything that people can save from the landfill, you can come and get. So that's going to be what my week is spent doing. If there is anybody watching from the Madison area, there's that. Trying to think if there's anything else going on to talk about. We talked about Maya, talked about the next two shows, talked about most likely a break after that. What do we got here? Make sure you can get hoodies in either my merch or the show's merch as well. So now the weather has turned, and I see Nia made a joke about that. Where is it? There we go. Do you want me to turn the heat up, baby? Because I can turn it up. She can turn it up too. So 12 Wings is the name of a building that a church that I was with for 8 years, both as a member and an employee, used to own. It was a commercial office park that we converted into a banquet room, a salon, a cafe, a boutique. We had a food pantry in there. We were trying to get a homeless shelter in there, a dance studio, just a multi-purpose facility for community stuff, ministry, and business. And I put a lot of work into that. I did a lot of me and another guy did all the conversion ourselves. And then the church eventually ran out of money for that project and left the building. And that's the building that's being torn down. So I've been taking all my ceiling fans and lights out of there. And, there's plenty of other stuff going on. So I see we do have some of the fan people on here. So, hey, Blake, good. There, wrong one. Hey, Connor, or not Connor, technically. So if you have any questions about that, I'll take a few questions about that. I got a couple minutes left in the promo. Otherwise, anything else anybody wants to talk about real quick? I'm not going to let you guys keep me here long. We got other stuff to do. I'll see you at 8:30 at Maya. We're all, we all go and support Maya for Monday Moment with Maya. So everybody that's watching this, make sure you're on Maya's page at 8:30. Everybody that's watching this, make sure you're on the show tomorrow. It's going to be our last normal episode for a while, unless we change our plans. Because then the November 3rd episode is definitely not going to be normal. It will have Dave, and that's about as not normal as you can get. Anything else that anybody wants to chat about real quick? Again, looking for you tomorrow, looking for you November 3rd. Make sure you vote. I mean, that's what we're going to be talking about on the show, but I can talk about it here too. If you haven't voted already, early voting is how Nia and I went, and it's safe and it's reliable. So there's that. No, haven't found any of the missing fans yet. I'm told they're up in the attic, but I dug around in the attic and couldn't find them. So they could still be up there, or maybe they're gone. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go look again. Get Metal Pete and them to help. Anything else? Jesse, Brandy, you still with us? Normally you guys try to trick me. Okay, well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to wrap up at the 10-minute mark. So again, I'll see you tomorrow for the show. I'll see you tonight at 8:30 for Maya. That'll be on her page. I'll share it to Music Politics page and Music Politics group like I normally do. What's up, B. Reed? Barry Reed, one of the best musicians on the East Coast. Are you on the East Coast now, Barry? I can't remember where you are now. First of all, yeah, for the fan behind me, that's collectible. And so that's deliberately there for, collectible reasons. So I used to, and will presumably continue to, after the pandemic is over, go to a international gospel music convention called the Gospel Music Workshop of America. In my first couple years when I was a kid going there, and I had a little bit of talent, but not as much as I thought I had, and I had a lot to learn. And most of the older musicians were just like, "Go away, you kid." And Barry Reed was always very, very supportive. And, I've gone on to be somewhat successful as a musician, I think some people would say. And it's because of people like Barry that didn't turn me away when I was young and trying to learn. So huge shout out to Barry Reed. Yeah. So again, just to wrap up, tomorrow night, make sure you're there for the show. First of all, go to the event page on Facebook and click going to the show and invite your friends list, because Facebook isn't letting me invite people this week. So make sure you click going or interested. Then tomorrow night, 7 p.m., it's the final installment in our 3-part series featuring Black women politicians from around the world. That's going to be really good. And then the following week is essentially, I'm going to call it our season finale. Because even if we do come back in December, we can call that a new series, or we can call that a special or whatever. Unless we decide we're going to continue in November, it'll be the season finale. So that's going to be November 3rd on election night. Vote early, and then make sure you're hanging out with us, with Soul Asylum and myself on election night. Anything else? Anything we haven't talked about? So again, for everybody who's hanging out with me now, 8:30 p.m. on Maya's page for Monday Moment with Maya. Get your Maya merch. Get your Music Politics merch. We'll see what happens, Jesse, because right now it's just been kind of taxing to do every week. But what I told Michael is that, I mean, if 2 weeks in, we're like, oh no, we got something to say, there's nothing stopping us from starting it back up again. It's not like we got to negotiate with the networks or anything like that. And I know that at least our core audience, if I posted on a Monday, hey, I know we weren't planning on coming back until 2021, but we're going to go live tomorrow, I think our core audience would support us. So again, it's not certain that we're going to make November 3rd the last in 2020, but it's certainly possible. But then that could always change. And you guys, I mean, we want to give you a chance to miss us too. We don't, I mean, I feel like the core people that I actually hear on the promos, like, Jesse and Diane and Brandy, and I feel like the people that are with us on the promos would probably don't need the chance to miss us. They'd be with us every week. But there's a lot of people that watch the show almost every week, but not every week. And I think a lot of those people would come back more consistently if we took a break. So, hey, Diane. So again, the plan is just to take a break, but the break could end up being shorter or longer than we plan. So, and if you really do, if we're off for 2 weeks, and you really, really do miss it, inbox both Michael and myself and be like, hey, just a reminder, we really miss it. Come on back, because I think the break will be good for everybody. But if you really don't change your mind that the break is not good for you, then like I said, keep both of us in the loop. Let people know that our core audience is ready for us to come back. And again, it's important to talk to both of us too, because even though Michael and I do talk, but it's not always the same perspective. And sometimes even when it is, that's not always what we talk about. So, no, we're talking about breaking for longer than 2 weeks, Diane. We're talking about breaking for a month to 2 months, the same way a network television show would at the end of a season. But again, that's subject to change. So, okay, I am officially over. So I'm officially over time, and we want to give everybody time to have dinner and break and then go to Maya's show tonight. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. Make sure, again, you go to the event page and RSVP and invite people. And then I need you to start sharing the Soul Asylum flyer, because I'm going to put it up after tomorrow's episode. But what's the surprise? Oh, because I'm over. Okay. It took me a minute. So yeah, start sharing the Soul Asylum flyers. I put them all in the group, and you guys can start posting them in the Soul Asylum group and on your own pages and Instagram and whatever other sites people are on. Like, I don't know, TikTok, Snapchat. I don't know any of these things. So, you can, hey, Vismai, hey, Chris, you guys can start sharing those flyers. And I think that's everything. Okay, I'm still going to get off here without being too much over. So I will see you guys over at Monday Moment with Maya. I will see you tomorrow on the show. I will see you on the promos. What's up, Kevin? Again, every so often, Kevin Stansel pops in. One of the very, very best musicians on the West Coast. Just a monster bass player. Done many, many major tours, and even if he hadn't, he'd still be a beast. So I always appreciate seeing his name. So again, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., the third installment in our series featuring Black women politicians from around the world. And then a week from tomorrow, November 3rd, election night with Soul Asylum. All 4 members of Soul Asylum will be here. Michael Bland, Dave Perner, Ryan Smith, and Jeremy, is it Tapero? I've never said his last name out loud. I don't actually know how it's pronounced, which would be a shame if he's watching. I know Jeremy. I've just never actually had to say his name. So Jeremy T. And that'll be, and then like I said, unless there's a change of plans, then that'll be the end of the season, and we'll break for a bit before we come back. So, and that's true. My co-host Michael Bland is the very, very best drummer in the world. I don't think anybody here would disagree. One day we'll have to get Kevin on here to tell some stories. I'm sure he's got some really great stories from the road and everything else. Diane, you can always watch the old episodes while we're off. You can always message both Michael and myself. There's any number of things you can do, while we're taking a break. And we talked about doing a holiday episode. So we'll see. We talked about having a holiday episode with Michael and Kim and Nia and myself. So I'm going to end the promo because we're almost at the 20-minute mark. So you guys kept me here long, and I specifically blame Brandy and Diane. Those are the people I blame. So make sure you RSVP for the show tomorrow night. Make sure you watch the show tomorrow night. Make sure you catch Maya's Monday Moment with Maya tonight at 8:30 p.m. Central. Love you guys. I'm ending the broadcast now.